Number one is to remember that a calorie deficit is the only way to lose weight. There is no magic shake, no pill, no fad diet that can help you. Calorie deficit is the way to go. And if you need convincing on that point, I have a video which I will link to in the description box below that will help clear up any confusion as to whether it really is a calorie deficit or not that will help you lose weight. It absolutely is. That is the end word, the bottom line when it comes to weight loss. Of course, there are many things that go into making up a calorie deficit, and you don't have to necessarily count your calories or track them to be in a deficit, although that certainly helps. But at the end of the day, a deficit is where it's at. Number two, you can actually enjoy all and any foods in moderation, yes, even sugar, and still lose weight. Because again, it goes back to number one, it is a calorie deficit that counts. So you can enjoy some of your treat foods as long as you don't go over your calorie budget for the day or whatever your weight loss amount of calories is. So you can have a pizza, a bit of cake, a bit of chocolate. Obviously, don't have all of them all at once, otherwise you'll blow your calorie deficit and then you won't lose weight. But you can include all the foods that you enjoy and still lose weight. Number three, you can play around with your ratio of fats, carbs, and protein and still lose weight. There is no magic number when it comes to your macros. Ideally, you do want to hit your protein goals, but that range also varies. It can be anywhere from 0.7 grams to 1.2 to 1.5, some of the experts say grams per pound of ideal body weight, so that you don't lose muscle mass as you diet, as you go into a calorie deficit. However, you can definitely play around with your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. Ideally, I would say shoot for around, give or take, 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight, just to ensure that you are feeding your muscles with enough amino acids so that you don't lose muscle in the process of dieting, which is a small risk, not a huge one, but you could potentially lose a bit of muscle as well. And then your fats and your carbs, you can play around with to tailor to what suits you and how you want to eat. Number four, every day is not going to be perfect. Be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself. If you fall off your diet bandwagon, that is okay. Just get back onto it the next day. If you end up making a mistake or not tracking perfectly or doing something that you think is going to ruin your efforts, it is okay. One meal, one day won't ruin all your weight loss efforts. However, if you give in at that point and throw in the towel, then you will ruin your efforts because you're going back to the bad habits that got you to pile on the weight in the first place. But remember, you don't have to do this perfectly as long as you do it to the best of your ability consistently for the long term. Number five is to stop worrying about meal timing. Meal timing doesn't really matter when it comes to weight loss. You can do 1 meal a day. You can do 10 small, tiny meals a day. You can intermittent fast. You can break it up into snacks. You can do it any which way you want. Even if you eat just before bed, that is okay as long as you stay within your calorie deficit. Number six, my personal best tip is to reduce your calories slowly. Don't dive all in with a huge calorie deficit because I think you will burn out. Do this slowly and sustainably so that you can continue your diet for the period of time that you need to hit your weight loss goals. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You also don't want to be so hungry in the beginning that you just give up and burn out on your diet. So take it slowly, take it one day at a time, make the deficit small and sustainable, and you will see success. Number seven is that you don't have to do a ton of cardio in order to lose weight. There is nothing wrong with cardio. It's really good for your heart health, your mental health, your endurance, for so many things. But cardio alone will not actually make you lose weight. Focusing on your diet above all else will really shift the needle when it comes to weight loss. So if your diet is in check, you don't need to do hours upon hours of cardio. Then you do your cardio for heart health, for your mental well-being, because you enjoy it, just because whatever, but you don't have to do hours of it and be miserable. Keep your diet in check. It is a lot easier to do it that way than to try and burn off a bad meal. Tip number 8 is that the scale is not the only measure of progress, so don't get despondent or discouraged if the scale is not moving as quickly as you'd like, or even it might go back up now and then. Remember, weight loss is never a linear line. It's always doing this on the way down. So some days your weight may be down, some days it may be a bit up, and then it'll go down again, and then up and down. As long as it's trending downwards in general, that's what you want to see. But there are other markers and measures of progress, how your clothes fit, a tape measure, looking in the mirror, do you look leaner? Do you see more definition? Are you getting fitter, stronger? Are you eating healthier? That alone is a good win. Are you including enough and more fiber than what you used to? Are you eating whole, unprocessed, fresh foods? These are all non-scale victories and a win. Are you sleeping better? Are you feeling better? Is your skin looking better? Many, many ways to measure progress. Number 9 is to also remember that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to dieting, even though in the end, weight loss always comes down to a calorie deficit. What works for your friend may not work for you. She or he may prefer to do it in a certain way, and that way may just not work for you. Some people prefer a high-fat approach. Some people prefer one meal a day. Some people prefer snacking or grazing throughout the day. Some people are super, super active and need many, many calories to sustain their activity. So you need to find what works for you, the approach that suits you, your lifestyle, your budget, how busy you are, do you have children? All these kinds of things come into play when it comes to finding a weight loss approach that is going to work for you. Number 10, and this is the last but final and important point, is don't let weight loss define your whole life. Weight loss is a wonderful goal if you have weight to lose, but don't get obsessed, don't get upset, don't get too worried about it. Your weight is the least important thing about you. Yes, you feel better, you look better, you might feel fitter and healthier when you achieve your weight loss goal. But in the meantime, just remember to enjoy the process, have fun, and remember that you are the same beautiful, amazing, and talented person you always were, with or without the weight. And also remember that your weight will and does fluctuate throughout your lifetime. That is normal. It happens to all of us. So while weight loss is a wonderful goal, it is not the be-all and the end-all. However, if you do need extra help with your weight loss goals, I have many, many videos. I'll put the playlist on the screen here now. Many videos helping you achieve your weight loss goals. I am a certified personal trainer, and I've done bikini competitions, and I've helped people lose weight. And so I share all of my knowledge here on my YouTube channel. And if you're a woman over 40, you definitely want to listen to what I have to say, because I'm 46 and I'm in a fantastic, if I say so myself, I'm in fantastic shape. I really take care of myself and I live what I preach. So anything that I tell you guys, I'm doing it myself. So I will link to that playlist in the description box as well, and I will see you in some of those videos.